Hi everyone! Still in my closet, just trying to create the illusion of space, something I'm very short on these days. We're going to take a look at the Between Two Castles digital version. Specifically, we're going to play through the tutorial. First thing that I encourage you to do is go to options and change your audio. Next, we're going to go to local play tutorial. The first time you download and load the game, I don't believe you have to go through the same process to find the tutorial. I believe it comes up as a suggestion, but it's good to know that it's there underneath local play. Hi Master, welcome to Between Two Castles. So Between Two Castles, thematically, we are builders. What might not be obvious is that we are in a sub-dom relationship, which is why she's calling us master. We are her master. We are the dominant one and she is our submissive. Let's get to work. Oh, we're so excited because we've been out of work for 3 weeks. Finally, will someone pay us money? So Between Two Castles is a mashup of 2 other games. The mechanics for it are going to be very familiar if you've played Between Two Cities before, and the scoring is going to be very familiar if you've played Castles before. On our castle, we have a ground floor, we can build beneath, and we can build above. To begin with, it's only showing 6 available slots to place tiles, but as you place, then more will become available. There's no limit to how large your castle is, theoretically, how tall or wide, other than the limitation of the number of tiles you'll be drafting. The basic placement rules are that the tile has to be flush with another tile, so that's why we can place here, and we cannot just place over here pretty much away from our castle. And if we build the top or a higher level, then there has to be some kind of support for it. So that's why we cannot yet build here. There's no support below. And while we cannot build here, there's no support above. This is your first castle. No, it isn't, lady. All right, so it says in the end, we're going to have a unique, majestic castle that no one else is ever going to make during this tutorial using this exact same setup of tiles. So the first tile that we have to place here is a study tile. If you look at the bottom of the tile, what it highlights above here that won't stay if I click off of it, those are scoring conditions. So potential scoring conditions for this one is 1 victory point per that tile type that is adjacent to this tile, including diagonally, which is why you see the little white square surrounded by the little black squares. The little white square represents wherever your study is, and the black squares represent where you would want this type of tile in order to score a point per that tile. The throne room will reward you 2 points per sleeping room and utility room. So the orange is the utility room, but it wants those to be located either above this side or to the side here, which you can see by the white rectangle and the 2 black squares. So in order to score points for that, you want those 2 specific types of rooms to be here or here. Let's be crazy. Let's place it here. So because this is the little red vase type, we're going to score 1 point for that. So our castle now is worth 1 whole point. Our next tile here is a food type, and it's going to score points if it is between living rooms, basically. So for every living room that is above or below it, it will score 2 points. So let's go ahead and just place that right here. It cannot be placed below. So the only ones that can be placed below are going to be corridors and downstairs. Every other tile is going to have to be placed above, and I'll show you. So we're up to 3 whole points. And let's see if we can get up to 8. All right, so chicken coop's not going to matter where we place it. It wants us to have utility rooms, but it's 1 point per utility room. Doesn't care where the utility rooms are. So we can wait and place that last. It's not going to matter that much. 2 points for being beside a living room. So here would be 2 points. And actually, if we place the other living room on that side, we would get a hell of a lot of points. Let's do that. Why not? Place that there. We're going to build out this way. And then let's place that one there. So that should bring us up to 7 points. And then this one wants the cup room to be above it, which the cup room is here. So let's place that below here. And notice that there's just an arrow, a little black arrow, meaning that it can be on any floor above it. It does not have to be directly above it. So that gives us another point. Per connected, I think the best we can do here is to place this on top or beside here. Let's just keep spreading this castle out. It's going to be a real wide, happy castle. So the blue border here means that wherever we place this, we're no longer going to be able to place any tiles on top of that. So I am okay with placing that here because it's not blocking any scoring conditions for this tile. And that is our 10-point castle. It's a little wide, but we love it. Next part, we don't want to play that again. Jesus Christ, I don't want to ever see that again. There's really not enough time to read that, so I'm not gonna bother. You did a good job. Now let's build a castle together. She must be mad at me because she hasn't called me master in a hot minute. Two castles. So this is getting more to the true gameplay of Between Two Castles, which is that you aren't just building a solitary castle. You are building a castle with the player to your left and a castle with a player to your right traditionally. So you're cooperating with two different players, but it is competitive because at the end of the game, you only score points for one of your castles. You'll score points for whichever castle has the lower score. So you're trying to make these two castles balanced. The way that it works is drafting. You're going to draft 2 tiles each turn. 1 tile will be placed in your orange castle here, and 1 tile will be placed into your green castle. So you have to think about what's good for both castles. Exactly the same. But let's get the one that has the sword here in case we get any sword bonuses since we already have a sword. So that's going to be for our green castle. For our orange castle, like I said, these two seem to make the most sense. This has a mirror and this is per mirror. So Hall of Mirrors seems like the best one to start with for this castle. So the other player gets to place a tile. In this case, it's our sub here. So our sub has placed one that will give extra points for having this type above or below it. So 2 points, that's pretty good. We're going to place our Hall of Mirrors, and we're going to place it right here. Check. So that should bump us up quite a bit. Yeah, we've got 5 points for this castle. And now let's go over to our green castle and see what they've done. So got a gallery here. We're just going to go ahead and place this here. That didn't really change my course of action at all. So we've actually got an even score within both castles right now. All right, so these are, as you will notice, different ones from the ones we were looking at before. So in a draft, that means she's basically passed me her hand of cards and she's now looking at my hand of cards. If I had better memory, I could plan for that potentially, but I'm not going to plan for that. So whenever you place 3 of a type or 5 of the same type, then you get a room bonus. Let's check and see what our bonus is going to be. Castle bonus. Yeah, we're definitely going with the, so 1 point per, and then there's different types. So definitely going with the swords here. So that's going to bump us up quite a bit above our other castle. Oh, that's not it. I thought we were done. Oh my god, this game keeps going. Shit. All right, I'm gonna zone out. I'm done. Done, son. That's enough. The world.